My name is Joe Sutton and I'm 17 years old. My insomnia started, I'd say, when I first started secondary school, so I'd say probably in the middle of year 7. But it only got really bad towards the end of year 9, which was just as we were starting GCSEs. And basically that was really bad because it got to the point where I was so tired and exhausted I couldn't wake up in the morning, so that I missed a lot of school. Missing school was a really big issue for me because it was bad socially, because I used to see my friends at school and obviously I didn't see them because I wasn't there. It was very different for me. Like, the days were a lot longer because, you know, I wasn't interacting with people, I wasn't doing work. I was just, you know, laying in bed. In terms of my school grades, they plummeted as well, unfortunately, because I wasn't in. My attendance went from, I think it was 100% the past few years, and then as the insomnia became, you know, unbearable, it dropped drastically to like 60%, and then the final year was like 65%. So yeah, I never really thought it would affect me that bad because I've had it for such a long time, and I've just been, you know, a bit more tired than most, and then eventually it had an effect that was too strong for me to deal with. The hardest moment for me having to deal with insomnia was during GCSEs, the exam week, because obviously it was really stressful for me because I hadn't been in all the time, so there was a lot of stuff I had to learn myself without the assistance of my teachers. So there had to be a lot of extra revision done that, you know, had I been in school, I wouldn't have to be put through. But also because the problem with my insomnia was that I'd fall asleep at something like 6 in the morning and I'd have to get up at school for 6:30. So yeah, basically what I had to do in order to actually complete my GCSE exams was I'd have to stay awake all night and, you know, try and revise and think through what I'm going to do, and then eventually I'd get into school with no sleep, and that was really hard to like focus and, you know, work to full capacity, knowing that I was very tired and that my focus wasn't always in the right place. So yeah, that was a really stressful time for me. So I'd do my exams, I'd then go back home and then fall asleep for 5 or 6 hours, and this would be at like 12 o'clock in the morning, so it was a ridiculous time because I know I had to try and stay up during the night so that, you know, I could get in for my exams and I wouldn't be failing any subjects because I missed one day. So once my insomnia had cleared up, I decided that, I found out that the grades I had wasn't quite enough to carry on and go into sixth form, which was the tutors were already anticipating because obviously my attendance was so low. But yeah, eventually I managed to decide that it was the right choice to go to college because I'd heard that it was more lenient there and that the teachers were more understanding, that they'd be more flexible with what, you know, now that the insomnia was clear, I'd be able to, you know, start again and try to get my grades back to as high as they were before. But yeah, and now things are a lot better because I've only missed about 6 days, which is a drastic improvement on what it was before, where, you know, I was probably in once a week at some stages.